What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here in our fantasy football profile. Today, we are talking Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Kansas City running back. Talking his fantasy outlook for the 2021 season. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I have a ton of these profiles on the channel. You're going to check a bunch of those out. Hit that like button, really helps out the video. And comments help as well. Let's hop right into it. So, Clyde. He finished RB22 in 2020. It was a disappointing season for him, considering the expectation that people had. He was a first-round pick in a lot of leagues. Once Damian Williams opted out. And you know what? Yeah, obviously he disappointed on that type of draft stock. But I think he is a huge bounce-back candidate this year. He struggled on the goal line in a major way. That was the biggest thing. And then I think, obviously, he wasn't as involved in the passing game as everyone would have hoped, coming out of LSU, being so dynamic in the passing game there with Joe Burrow. But I think a lot of that has to do with the shortened offseason last year with coronavirus. A lot of that was over Zoom. It's hard to develop that connection and be able to trust a guy on third down in the NFL when he hasn't really done it before and hasn't got those practice reps. And I think having a full offseason this year, Clyde's going to be much more involved in the passing game. I think that's where, he could bounce back in a major way. And I think those touchdowns, too, they've overhauled their offensive line. They've added at left tackle Orlando Brown, at left guard Joe Thuney. They have Creed Humphrey they drafted, who's a very talented center from Oklahoma. They're getting their right guard back last year who opted out for COVID. He'll most likely be their starting right guard. So their offensive line has vastly improved. I think that is a big reason why Clyde's touchdown numbers could bounce back. Running backs in Andy Reid offenses have historically been very, very good for fantasy. And he was a first-round pick. I don't think they're going to give up on this kid by any means. And, he averaged 16.7 touches last year as a rookie in a Kansas City Chiefs offense. I think that number is probably only going to go up, as I said, when he gets more involved in the passing game. And then, you know what, I think the sky is the limit for him. I think he's going to, maybe he doesn't score a ton of touchdowns, but I still think he'll score enough. And then with his passing game involvement, he's still going to be very good for fantasy. For his stats, I have him projected for 1,000 rushing yards, 50 receptions, 400-plus receiving yards, and 10 total touchdowns. I think he's a good pick in the second round, and he has a chance to just absolutely blow up. In that second to third round turn, I see him going a lot, and I think that's a smart place to take him. And I think he could just absolutely blow up and win you the league, be a top 5 running back potentially. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below, and I will respond. As always, this is Fantasy Joe. See you guys next time.